Ever since the latest OBS update, I've had a few issues. Ever since the latest OBS update. I'm not going to be able to put that chat over there now, am I? Wait there. I'm doing it from remote is why. So it's more difficult. Stop it. And a laptop mouse pad, so. YouTube has gone down. We are so back. Here we are. YouTube's gone down though. YouTube should be back up, but it's a new chat. It's the second time it's happened in a couple of days. Right. I'm going to have to wait for a couple of people to get in here just before I continue. Did you guys hear me? What part? Like, when did I quit off? When did I quit off? What are you doing there? Oh, when I was speaking to my daughter? When I was speaking to my daughter? Why did that happen? Right, here we go. Let's launch it and see what happens. So we're going to launch on General UDisk 5.032. Wish me luck, guys. I'm hoping to see another option now. That's what we're looking for, okay? We're looking for another option on this USB, on the USB. Hopefully it's going to find the RX 6800. JFix, welcome, buddy. How are you? Let's go, 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 let's go. Yes, here we go. Okay, so we've got training, FB check, margin test, and T server. Sweet. So we have everything I need. Do I just go training, guys? Is it training? Is it one? Is it? Here we go. See what happens. Boosh. Is the GPU firing up? Let's go. Marv, welcome, bud. How are you? By the way, can I just say thank you so much for your videos on the switch repairs. I managed to repair 2 switches, one for myself, one for my daughter, which I ordered from eBay, and your videos helped me out. You're more than welcome, JE. Thank you. I think 1 terabyte is the one you want, right? I've just clicked 1. It's not doing anything, mind. I'm pretty sure we just wait. Yeah, JE, you're more than welcome, my friend. Thank you for the kind words. You want to goat? No, you're the goat. Oh. Are you joking? Is that every single memory channel? Chat, what does this mean? Where is Modru? Because isn't Modru DIY repair hour? Core BGA or BIOS? Where is it? Where's his messages? I can't see his messages. It's cooked. Probably core. I don't think all memories would go bad all at once. Oh, Discord general. He's what? He's messaging in the Discord general. I can see your messages now. Channel C, D, E, F are reporting faults. C, D, E, F. Yeah. So wait a minute. When it says C0, C1, D0, D1, E0, E1, F0, F1, this card took a hit most likely. If there was also a H, I'd say BIOS. Should we try BIOS first? Or is it a waste? 'Cause 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 Switch it first. Should I flick the switch on the GPU? Just run AMD flash. Guys, should I flash should I flash the BIOS? I've got the file, so I just need to stick it on there. I can download. To be fair, I can download the file on the PC. Switch BIOS and test. Okay. Switch BIOS first. Right. Let me switch to BIOS first. Do I have to do that with the thing off? I think I do, right? Reboot R. Let's go with the reboot. I've switched it. Let's see what happens. I switched it, chat. It's now in OC, I think. It was in silent. It's now in OC. Okay? And I'll run exactly the same test, see what happens. Why not? Oosh kaboosh. Only way to lift core. If BGA, good. Can be repaired. If BGA, good. Mem controller. Let's try again. AKA cooked. Is it cooked, chat? Are we cooked? I'd say it'll be memory controller. That many chips usually don't just go bad like this. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of chips, hey? Same, by the way. Same. C0, C1, D0, D1, E0, E1, F0, F1. Should I... So can I ask a question, guys? You know where it says C0, C1? Is that one memory chip on the C bank? Or is that... Is that separate memory chips? Info for Joe, mem controller is inside the core. Inside the... What? Oh, so the memory controller isn't on the board? So I can't just, like, measure the memory controller? 2 memories? Oh, what? So the controller for the memory is in the core. That is the core. Oh, wow. They're separate memory chips. Wait, so you're telling me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Guys, there's 8 faulty memory chips on here. Is there 8 faulty memory chips, or is there 4? I can't believe it's in the core. So guys, can I just confirm then? If memory controller is bust inside the core and the core is cooked, I have to get a new core? You missed a lot, Gozzy. Look at the screen. C0, C1, D0, D1, E0, E1, F0, F1. It worked, but I wish it didn't. I can't believe the memory controller is inside the core. So if the memory controller is gone, bust, it's GG. Memory controller being very bad is rare though. Usually just needs a reboot. So that's literally every chip in this case. Seems unlikely. Yeah, right. Marv said a very good point. What about if I just go for a reflow? What about if I just go for a reflow? That's actually normal. These are the chips most close to the PCIe slot. 4 chips. It's not every chip. Oh, so C0 and C1 are one chip. Okay. Just a reboot of the chips / core. Just a reboot of the chip / core should solve it, he says. Should I try a reflow or not, chat? AU Tech Repair says that's all chips. Wait, so Gozzy's saying that it's only 4, and someone else is saying it's all 8. Correct. C, D, E, F are 4 different memory chips. So it's not 8, guys. So it's 4. Reboot will be better, but reflow can be good to confirm the error. Oh, yeah. I'm just saying if it, like, to budge the error at all. We got a battle between 4 chips and 8 chips. But Modru has said as well that there should be a H bank, and if it was all chips, the H would be there, no? Four chips. Check the memory map I sent you. Where did you send it? Or was it on Discord, Goz? Yeah, so, okay, so we've got FCDE. FCDE, yeah, which are all, they're the ones lowest. And then you've got GH, A, and B. GH, A, and B are not there. So yeah, I think Gozzy's right. It's the 4 chips at the bottom. Should I quickly try and reflow, guys? And see if that resolves any of them? Should I try a quick reflow? That's the quickest solution for me, I think. It's free to do. Exactly, J-Boy. Yeah. Usually they'll also rip pads. Usually they'll also... What do you mean, Ben? Don't tell me that. I just checked. David is right. It's 4 chips. Yeah, it's 4 chips. Yeah. Reflowing is a waste of time and can make it worse. Life lesson, David's always wrong. Always right. Especially undercore, especially it gets rip pads. We should try a BIOS. I would check VBIOS first. Guys, what are we saying? Are we saying VBIOS or are we saying reflow? I'm going to wait to hear from 3 people. Ben, Gozzy, and DIY Repair Hour. AKA Modru. I don't know if Modru is watching this. But that's the 3 people that I'm currently going to listen to. Gozzy, what do you reckon? Either reflow or reball memory chips. Also could be broken pads ripped under core. A reflow with your skill level won't hurt. Okay, I'm going to take the car downstairs. At least we're done with being up here now. That's the nice thing. Reload menu, margin test, I don't know about. Is there any other tests that I could do here, by the way, to confirm our logic any further? So for example, there's an FB check, there's a margin test. Are there any other test methods that I could use to solidify our answer here? I don't think there is, right? So let's shut down. Talking about how to get shut down. Ring, 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 shut down. Yeah, there was physical damage to the card. Craft's right. So the chance of it being V-bar is very slim. Very slim. Right, let's go, baby. Let's take it downstairs. Can I also just confirm, Ben, Gozzy, Card Masters, that, say for example I didn't have all the screws in this, that wouldn't have an effect on the test, would it? That wouldn't have an effect on the test. It's fun though. I'm glad that I've now got the software to test. It's really helpful. I need to make sure that I label everything. Need to make sure I label everything. At least you know what the problem from memory chip's location. I say it's sagged to death. Right. Okay, so let me take this out. Chuck it upstairs quick. Bum, 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 bum. What are we doing now? Reflow or V-bot? We're definitely not doing a flash of the boss. I think we've kind of proven that's going to be a little bit pointless, considering the damage that's on the board. It might end up being the case, in which case, but that would be the least logical out of all of our options. If we can all agree, say I agree. That would be the least logical considering the damage to the heatsink and the board. Fact or fiction, chat? Ah, good to be back to normality. Right then, let me sort this out. Twitch chat is going back there. YouTube chat is going there. OBS is going there. Streamlabs, alerts, notifications is going there. Glad to be back to normal layout. All right. I can, to be honest, guys. To be honest. Blaine, welcome, buddy. How are you? Can I not just reball the memory and put it on without like a preheater and stuff? I get the core. But when it comes to the GPU memory, they're small chips, right? Really. Considering that I do like PS5's, which are bigger boards, and I can do them fine. Surely, like, memory is doable for my skill, no? It's only because it's new, I have no idea, right? It's only because I'm new to the board and stuff and the layout and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? I do PS5s. I do Xboxes. I done a whole Xbox Series X and managed to fix that, remember? I re-rammed the whole thing. And that's a thick board. So I'm thinking maybe I don't need that for the The small RAM. Do you know what I mean? Look for rip pads. I will do. I'll be on the lookout. Guys, thank you very much. 620 total Twitch subscribers. I appreciate you and your faces. Thank you. It feels good to be back in normal circumstances. Back at the old bench, you know? Feels good. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine. It's what it is. I got this for free. It's all good. It's practice. Yeah, I can imagine the core being an issue. Absolutely. Yeah, I wouldn't be too satisfied working on the core without a preheater, that's for sure. And I think Tony would have a heart attack if he saw that happening. Yeah, I'm learning so much. About all of this. I have thought to myself as well, if I can get this card working, I'll use it in my PC. And like give it a proper good test and play RuneScape with it. You heard me, guys. RuneScape. This does not want to come out. That was strange. That's a real stress test. Facts. Thermal paste looks well spread. Here. What do we think, chat? It's not bad. Probably a bit too much, hey? Probably a bit too much, actually. But not bad. Not a bad amount. No, the board isn't straight, Marv. I know that for a fact. The board isn't straight, mate. We done that on last stream, mate. What model GPU? Boom. Max hitting 4K. Yeah, exactly that garbage, mate. 100. Here we go, baby. So this lines up with the layout that I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 bottom chips here. Cool. I'm gonna take this pad off. Put that there. For those wondering, there's obviously caps here, right? And these caps are going to be very, very close to exposed heat, which can make them go bang. So what I'm going to do, this is a trick. I have no idea if this is going to work or not, but this is a trick that I've always used on like PlayStation 5s to protect like the VRMs and stuff, sorry. It's just that. Use the PS5 SSD cover. Look at that. That fits nice, eh? For any, I don't know if anyone wants to use that as a tip, maybe, I don't know. I don't like using Captain Tape, me personally. Not a fan. Messy. I'm probably also going to use quite a bit of flux here because I haven't worked in this area before. This is Samsung RAM, by the way. Responded suggesting do V-bars first. He doesn't know the physical damage, though, I think. Yeah, I mean, there is physical damage, but I've taken the card apart now. Ah, what do we think? Don't say that. Don't say that. What do we think? Ben, what do you think? Drift, welcome, buddy. Yeah, no, not vaping. No, it's water, mate. It's water. Ben, don't go quiet on me now, mate. Don't go quiet on me now. I'm a go for a reball. Do these chips need to go on exact same location, guys? Do they need to go on the exact same location? Or can I muddle them up and it doesn't matter? It doesn't matter? Nice, thank God. Pads under the core could be ripped. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they could be. But I'm just, this is good practice. Can go wherever. Okay, cool. All right, let's run this. We gonna run this town tonight. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, what temps am I running, by the way? I ain't got no idea, chat. I ain't got no idea about temps. Should I start 400? Guys, don't worry about it. The caps will be protected. Please do not worry. Your eyes too. They can't get to me. They can't get to me. Like that. Right, I'm going to go 400. Heating up the board here, by the way. All right, I'm heating up the board. I'm moving everything around, moving the hot air around. Just getting the board up a little bit to temp because I don't want to warp it any more than what it is, you know. Couldn't you see the amount of total VRAM on GPU-Z yesterday? I could, J-Man, yeah. Would that make a difference? It said 16 gig on GPU-Z yesterday. Can somebody ask Modry that in the Discord? On GPU-Z, it said 16 gigabytes of RAM. Is that value read from the BIOS or not? It's a very good point. It's read from BIOS. Okay, cool. All right. Good to know. Thank you. Chat, maybe what we do is we just go for one reball and see if that clears one of the errors, yeah? Rather than doing 4. How does that sound? GPU-Z, I've never heard. If the RAM is broken, it will show 0 megabytes in GPU-Z. So what about if 4 are broken? We need to maybe think about that before I go in here. It will show 0 if there's any broken RAM. Really? I don't know. I'm expecting pads under core being bad. I would reboot all 4 and see if how many. But that's what I'm saying. But Gozzy, if I just do 1, then at least I'll know straight away. No, or not? My flux is a little bit wet already, unfortunately. It's taken a really long time. I'll go high. Wow, it's taken a while. Wow. Worse than a Series X HDMI. I'll go max. Wow. Certainly need to take some notes of like how to solder something correctly. This is disgusting. What? It's 480 degrees Celsius on the Atom. My hand's hurting. I'm going to call it there, guys. I don't think it's possible. That's way too much heat. The shield is very hot. Yeah, I think that's way too much heat. Yo, Sid coming in with a 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much, Sid, to Mrs. Exa, Was, Co, and Mad. Thank you very, very much. Valorant coming in with a gifted sub as well. Thank you very much. Valorant gifting to Huey TV as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You've triggered a hype train, by the way. Sid, thank you so much. I massively, massively, massively appreciate that. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Yeah, I don't think I can get that off, guys. I'll be honest with you now. I mean, it's been a while since I've had heat on it, and if I just put a drop of IPA, look, it's still sizzle. Sizzle, 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 mix, sizzle. Wow, that's horrendous. That is absolutely horrendous, that. Okay. Oh, I dropped the lens again. GG. That lens has been dropped so many times, then survived. That is ridiculous. Alright, so people aren't joking when they say you need a preheater for these things. I thought, I'll be alright. I'll just get the RAM off. Like, thinking that RAM would just be the RAM. That's a different kettle of fish. That's a different kettle of fish. That's really tough. Really, really tough. Really, really tough. If I had a preheater, I'm thinking that's the only other way that I'm gonna be able to do that. I don't have a preheater. I don't have a preheater, guys. It's crazy. That was a lot of heat. This can kill the RAM or more. HC16. So Samsung HC16. I'm pretty sure I could pull this RAM off a PS5, you know. K4ZA. It looks like the same sort of RAM you get on a PS5. No, chat? You know the Samsung RAM off a PS5? HC16, I'm sure it does. Thank you very much, Joe, for the £2.
Let's start the preheater fund.
Guys, there's no preheater fund. There's no preheater fund. Thank you very much, though, Joe, for the £2. There you go. I don't need a board heater fund. Thank you, though. Look for delamination. Doesn't look delamified, does it, chat? No on the board. Where? Where are you talking about? Yeah, Joe, thank you very much. 1 minute 20 left on the hype train, guys. Level 2, thank you very, very much. Take the whole board on its side to look at the core corner. Which core corner? Oh, are you talking about here? When you say delammed, are you talking about here? Are you talking about this, like the lip to the actual board? Is that what you're talking about? This is where I was heating. That looks okay now. I was moving the heat around. 20 seconds on the hype train, guys. Thank you very much. The level 2, 77%. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so you guys are saying I need to buy a preheater. What's a good preheater? Man. Do I want to get into this? Do I want to get into this, man? What's the highest hype train you've ever had? Level 22. 2.
for the preheater fund.
There is no preheater fund. I really appreciate it, though. Thank you very, very much for the £2 straight to the PayPal. Freaky Jason, thank you, thank you, thank you. It would be cheaper buying another video card, yeah. Yeah, you can do tech repairs. If that's okay with you, I'd appreciate that. Yo!
Did I hear preheater fund?
No, guys, there, please. Please. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate Sharp Dress Penguin. Thank you very much for the £20. I really, really appreciate that. But there is no preheater fund. I don't need a preheater fund. Thank you. But thank you very much for the 20. I really, really appreciate it. It's very kind of you. There is no preheater fund, guys. Weird to say I've watched every one of your YouTube videos and can't bring myself to sit and watch a live stream. Why do you think that is, Rahai? Love your content. Thank you. I appreciate that. I guess starting repairing GPUs is the next logical natural step to repairing game consoles, so go for it. Yo, Quaggle, welcome. How are you? Greetings and salutations. What have I stumbled into today? I don't think it's an M92 236 on this GPU. If I'm looking at more GPUs, if GPUs is something that I get into, then it seems to be a very sensible buy. It is just a case of like, where do I put it? Because here's the thing, right? I don't necessarily. I think I've got a hot air station. I've got a soldering iron. They are very, very, very hot items to have, especially in a house. Adding a preheater to the mix, by the way. So I have that worry as well, like a bit more of like a safety worry, you know. But I really do want to fix some GPUs. I really thought that I'd be getting that bit of RAM off. Yeah, the preheater next to the ultrasonic cleaner. So the ultrasonic cleaner is in the garage. I could get a preheater for the garage. The only thing being, is that if I have a preheater, there's no point of having a preheater in my shed and then having to bring that into my room.
Diverting itch cream funds to the preheater fund.
Guys, there is no preheater fund. Thank you, though. I appreciate it, Techno. Thank you for the 100 bits. Because so logically, kind of like where my methodology, that word, where that goes is like, I need a hot air station next to my preheater, right? Is that logical or not? See you later, Gary. Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate you. Is it logical to say that? So I need a hot air station next to my preheater, and I can't do that in my room. So then what I need another hot air station as well as a preheater. There's no point of having a preheater in my garage and then bringing a very hot board through the house, which is a hazard in itself, all the way up to the desk. We're going to lose like 50 degrees. Time to move out. Get set up in your garage. Guys, I wouldn't know where to start, man. So much cost involved. So much cost involved. No, I know, Daniel, and that's the thing, is that I think the content, Jack, would you enjoy me working on GPUs? Would you enjoy me, like, working on GPUs? Would you enjoy seeing that? They use an epoxy resin and solder to secure the memory. Forgot, welcome, buddy. Yeah, I think I've seen that on a couple of the cards as well. I think a lot of people want to see the GPU repairs. But then it's like, I need a test rig, I need some other bits and bobs. I know there's a lot of people out there who just like, they like me working on anything. Working on GPU is a very smart job, very smart choice in terms of your business. It's your job, so invest in yeah. Guys, is there more profit to be made on GPUs? Because do we think that GPUs have a higher skill set than consoles? Or do we think it's the same skill set, just different? GPU when broke, it's hard to fix, less parts available than consoles, and without schematics you are lost, usually on the GPU. Mostly the same, profits can be really good if you gain a lot of experience. GPU repair is definitely worth it, especially with the cost of the GPU card nowadays. I imagine that back in 2000, in 2020, when the big old vid was about, right? Having, like, being a top level repair tech on GPUs at that point, you would have been rolling in it. Am I right? The amount of repairs that people would have had on their GPUs because they weren't able to buy new ones, and they would have paid to get their GPUs repaired. Like, I can just imagine the demand back in 2020 when that big ship crashed. Do you remember? There was that big ship that got stuck in a lake, you know? And then all of the GPUs were on that ship, and it blocked up a bunch of other, like, ships going through. The demand was crazy. I also don't think, guys, with AI and tech, I feel like consoles as well, though, to be fair, consoles and GPUs, they're going to be around for a long time. Like, it's not going to be something that fades and fizzles out. I mean, repairing electronics is still a good move because just having that skill set is very, very good. Not even close. What's that get? It takes way more skill and experience to do GPUs than consoles, with only 1 to 3 different models. Increasing cost of GPUs and consoles, repair is definitely the way to go. AI and GPU is more of a B2B job. 2020 was sick, got 2 cards. Here's how I look at it. Any high school student might try and repair a console because they want to play Fortnite. The market for busted video cards, I'd bet, is significantly less saturated at consumer level, so you'd be likely to make more coin off of it, admitting that it's harder and more involved skill set. Your margins change too, because the economy of scale means you'd likely be able to go further on single repair and have to be economically viable. What's the eBay GPU? What's the faulty eBay GPU market looking like? Is there more scams on GPUs or is there more scams on consoles? I mean, I've seen a lot of scam consoles. I'd find it very hard to believe that cards are more scammed because they're a harder repair. So if they're a harder repair, it usually means, I'm assuming, that people less people would go for it. More scams on GPUs. There have been stories about cards being sold without core and VRAM. Imagine. What? 3090, 4090, 5090 faulty high to be a scam. 99% of the time it's a rebuild as part of the repair, just like at Tony's channel. Yeah. But then you guys will get sick of the content if it's just rebuilds. No? I think I need to watch Tony's channel a little bit more and study like I did with everybody else for consoles and stuff. Yeah, I know it's a mix it up. It's just if I'm going to invest, I need to make money from it. That's the whole business thing, right? I don't think that's fair investing. It's not just rebuilds. There are a lot more issues that can be. Cool rebuild. How often is it? I mean, I had a GPU, obviously, that I had my first ever video on. It was just missing components. How often can it be a faulty capacitor, faulty MOSFET, guys? Is that a thing? Do you know what? I'm just bringing this up as well, right? Northridge Fix, Alex. Some of the videos that I saw from him back in the day. I saw him take off MOSFETs with just a hot air gun. How's he doing that if I can't take off RAM? No, I don't think he uses a preheater. Some are blown DRMR, some have PEX logic issue. Others may have 5 volts short. There's a lot of the issues. MOSFETs come off with enough heat and flux. Make sure you remove any. Yeah. Domvo, welcome, buddy. How are you? Love your work. Quick question. Do you deliberately avoid repairing iPhones? Guys, that could be something else, man. Like I'd happily actually get involved in repairing some iPhone logic boards as well, because they are like tiny, tiddly things, right? Do you know what? Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe I've got the micro SMD soldering skill to deal with like caps from little logic boards. I genuinely believe I've got the dexterity and stuff to do. Correct me if I'm wrong. The tough part is taking it apart and putting it back together. Fact or fiction, chat? You have to get used to that. So like that would be one of the first things I'd have to do on these iPhones. I have to take them apart, put it back together, because there's so many different things that you can do which end up just bricking the phone if you don't put it back together correctly. I've got little devices for iPhones. I can see them over there. You know where you test the phone, you give it a power supply. Power consoles come out roughly 3 to 4 years. CPU for PCs every 1 to 2. Consoles in the future might not be about. They're going to go down the route of GeForce Go or using massive databases. Internet is expanding and speeds are as well. This might not happen in the next 10 years. I'll stick to consoles myself for the time being. It depends. The card is bent. You're quite likely need to reboot. Otherwise, it depends on very common. Once you figure out a skill, it will last forever. Learn it once and you're done. Fact. Yes, you need skill for iPhone. I'm afraid of taking it apart. Getting the screen to charge off without scratching it. Yeah, replacement parts for phones I think is pretty common, but you also need like to program the screens and stuff, right? Guy hosts competitions for just that. Did Joe end up fixing the GPU? I didn't. I wasn't able to get the RAM off, and I stopped before I ended up cooking the board, taking it to a barbecue. Okay, Gozzy, that's a good tip. The other thing is that every new generation of GPU, the boards are getting thicker and thicker, which doesn't help. Is that true, chat, as well? From Blaine? I think a couple of people have sent me some preheaters. Let's have a look. Northwest Repair preheater. His is slightly modified. He removed half the heating plates. Not necessary to do. Okay. Yeah, that's the sort of thing that I'd be looking at. That's the sort of thing I'd be looking at. Yes or no, chat? Good. Board heater, yes or no? This will be an affiliated link. The reason why this is going to be an affiliated link, by the way, is because the link is too long to show you, okay? That is the only reason. I can't post the link in the chat, so I'm putting a tracking link on this. This FYI is an affiliated link. Yes or no? Good preheater. I've sent a link. Yes or no? It's a good preheater. Yes or no? 150 quid. Obviously the 220 volt one. Is that the preheater that people talk about? The PUI 8280. That's the one. Yeah. Can I get a link for the Tomlov microscope, please? Yeah, of course, Dan. 2 seconds, mate. How are you? You okay? If you just do Tomlov in the chat, it should give you the link. Hug, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A legendary 628, I believe now. No, sorry, 627. Why is that not working, that link? Streamlabs having a day off again, is it? There we go. Tomlov 3D Max. Yeah, use that code. Use that code, you get a discount, Dan. FYI. You can either do it on the website or you can do it on Amazon. It's completely up to you. The code works both places. If you have a second hot air station, you can heat 200 with 200 from the bottom.
Bunny suit.
Yeah. Blue Fant, thank you very much for the Prime for 7 months in a row. Guys, that puts us up to 629. 629 subs, by the way, FYI. You should also get a core preheater. Yeah, I was looking at that as well, so I can reball it. Where's Element? Do you have the a link to the core preheater as well? I did GPU core reballs on a toaster. That's gone lazy. Crazy. Jeez. I know it works on an iPhone, but a 45 or 90 max zoom be needed. Pass. So that IR preheater, guys, is a good one, yeah? What would you heat it to, by the way? What would you heat it to? 200? 250? $200, $250. And what would you go on the top? Buy a non-serious pizza board for the oven, heat the board in the pizza, take the pizza board out, and then set them out for a few. I used to do this all the time back in the day. That's a good tip as well. Yeah, forgot. $250 for RAM removal. What about over the top? If I was to use hot air station, you need an external probe and thermometer. Glue that with Captain tape. Monitor PCB temp directly. 250 is good. It will take some time to warm up. Core nozzles. Would there be a risk of the caps on the back to fall off? No, not if I was heating at 200, 250, because the rest of the heat will be coming over the top with the hot air gun. $250 plus hot air on top. What would I come in with at the top? Would it be like 350 on top? Did you get my PCB to 160? But that's with the probe attached to the PCB. Okay. 350, 380 for the core preheater for the mechanic iX5. 350, 380. Yeah, that's what I was thinking around about that. Yeah, okay, fine. Don't go above 275 on top heat. Really? 420 still, but 380 might be good. Gozzy says he does 420. 160 on top seems sane. That means 250 to 300 on the heater. Need to buy some more cards to play with. Yeah, desoldering ice off. Yeah, yeah. I kind of know. You just kind of work it out, right? Where's that heater that you guys are talking about for the core heater for a mechanic iX5? Let me favorite this one. I'll see what I can do. It does seem fun to do with like profit or loss, you know. iX5. Here we go. Oh, is that the one? Is that the one that that looks wicked, by the way. Is that the one that Tony uses? That looks so good. It looks wicked, man. Is that the one that Tony uses? Oh, they've got the 220 in stock as well. I might order that now. Northwest Repair, yeah, definitely buy a lot of old GPUs. I bought 7 GTX 960s, and it's very good. Reball practice. Would you guys watch me reball practice? Would you guys watch that? You would? Okay. I could happily have that little mechanic heater in my and it's good for it looks like it's good for iPhone boards as well. Does he do any mods to it, or he just puts it on the top plate? What does that go up to? 260. So is that for reballing, yeah? Is that for reballing? So you heat up the chip and then you come over the top with like 150 or something with the hot air gun, and you just lovely jubbly. I'd watch you read the phone, but that's very flattering. Good that you have a fund to pay for it. I don't need a fund to pay for it. I'm going to I'm probably going to commit, guys. Yeah, I'm probably going to buy. I'll probably buy. I think it'll make for content. And I feel like I want to now. I feel like I'm at a position where I've done a lot of consoles, and it kind of like it feels like I've done a lot of them, and I feel like I can do a lot of the repairs on consoles. There's so much more to learn, but with consoles, and you know, I'd consider myself. I've got experience now with them. I've done a lot of repairs. I'm not in that stage of I'm not in that stage anymore. I watch almost all your streams, man. Love watching you learn every day. Been fixing over 40 years, but it's also destroying stuff more than yeah, exactly. Russell, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Jez Hayes coming in with a Prime subscription. I appreciate you. That Pui tier is the Northwest Repair one. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm just going to get it, you know. 150. It's got like a bit of... I don't understand. It's got a bit of foil over it or something. Or is that just how it looks new? Do you know what? I'm going to get stuck with customs of that, am I? Let me see if there's any other ones that are a little bit cheaper on Ali. If I go on to orders, 31 sold, 148. I mean, it's exactly the same. 31 sold, fast delivery. I think it's exactly the same.
This TH. This.
Wait, he's turned it on. He's turned it on. He's got the wrapping on it. What's he doing? These bundle deals, Matt. I don't want a bundle deal. All I want to do, right, is buy the item. But when I click on it, here we go. Oh yeah, guys, what about stencils, FYI? Or I'm going to need stencils, right? Are they quite common in terms of a lot of the stencils? Are they the same when it comes to GPUs or no? A MOE GPU stencil are good. Yeah, drawback with PC component repair is the parts and test rig for the initial quick. Yeah, I've got the test rig. I've got the PUI here and I have that iFit. Both are pretty decent. Just double check the PUI is properly earthed to the frame housing if when you get it. Okay, Bridget, thank you. Bridget, do you do GPUs or not? Heavy duty installables. Yeah, which one does Tony use, guys? Which one does Tony use? Because if I go into his Discord and I go equipment, right? The only thing I find with the Discord is that there's like a lot of messages in equipment.
Northwest Repair has a good Discord for FreeRepair.
Upstate, thank you very much for the $2. I appreciate you and your face. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You're a legend. Thank you. I sent you some links yesterday. Let me have a look.
Love you, Joey.
Thank you very much. Who was that? Yo, Dazzler, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Dazzler78 with a prime for 8 months in a row. You're a legend. Thank you. Very, very kind of you. Tutti Frutti on a Rudy. Oh, that's GPU testing tool. Oh yeah, that's the testing stuff. Tutti Frutti. Thank you. Yeah, we're talking about at the moment. We're talking about some hardware stuff. But I'm looking in equipment. Oh, AliExpress seller channel. Is there? Oh, okay. Yeah. One seller that sold me laptop chips. Oh, okay, cool. Here we go. Very good stencil. Works well tool store. Oh, nice. PS5 stencil. Oh, okay. 2024. Impressed by the stencil I received for half the price compared to other sellers. Very good stencil. Seller. Works well tool store. Works well tool store. BGA stencil. These are the stencils themselves, yeah? Do they sell the base? I see them, yeah. 3080. Oh, wow. Guys, you can get a couple then. So you can get GTX 1080 Ti, 1080 Ti, 1660. You've got one that does 3080 Ti, 3080, 3090, 3090 Ti. Then you've got ones that got 3060, 3070, 3070 Ti, 2080 Ti, supersized BGA workstation nozzle. Okay, cool. Well, that's a cool seller that I will look at then. Your cooling, so ordered thermal pads, all good. All is good every time. I'm going to need some of those as well, aren't I? I need some thermal pads. Soft thermal pad 120, 85 by 45. Yeah, I need some thermal pads as well. Thermal putty. Viscous. They got viscous paste. They got thermal putty on here. It comes in syringes, 10 grams. Ooh. I might get some of that bad boy. It's gonna be an expensive evening for JDT. Wish we would get away from Discord for repair and international community since it's not web searchable, so basically hidden. What do you mean, sorry, Metal Card? I don't understand. Haven't done much of anything for a while. I was working on top here to do APU swaps and exports when I finish it. Gotcha. Totally provides guides and cheat sheets. Gozzy, some good tools. PCIe lane tester. What's that? So, how does that get power, Goz? I see a DC barrel jack. So what, you plug it in with a DC barrel jack? And then you push a button and it lights up. I'll add it to my basket, mate. A Moe stencils, game changer. I've got a Moe for the Nintendo Switch. I've got the base magnet, mate. What I don't have, I've already got the base magnet for the Moe. What I don't have is the stencil bit. You know. So actually, so it's it's only £3 for the lemon bottom. I think. Oh no, it's not. It's £3 for the stencil. That's for the that's for the RX 6800. Oh, so you buy this? Would you buy this whole thing? Can I use the same stencil? Can I use the same magnet base, or would you recommend just buying the magnet base? Goz? Because the base is £12. I could just buy the little square and the stencil rather than buying the base and saving myself £12 there. I don't know if my base is going to be compatible. I mean, the base that I've got is this one. Look, like, is that going to be compatible? What do we think? Is that compatible? It kind of looks the same, hey, to me, with the notches. That looks the same, no? No, or maybe. Yeah, it looks the same, no? If I put it the same way up it is in the picture. Ah, do you know what? No, I don't think so. Do you know why? This bit has ridges. Can you see this bit has ridges? It looks like in the photo, the magnet base doesn't have any ridges. It's just flat. Does that make sense? And then I think the magnet is in the stencil, isn't it? Yeah, so I have to buy the whole thing. Well, if that's what I'm going to need potentially for this RX. Because what I don't want to do is I don't want to order all the stuff and then have to wait to order for the APU if it's going to be the APU. If I get the other stuff. 2 pegs on the side also. Yeah, it's different, isn't it? Alright. I'll buy it, chat. I'll buy it. I'll buy it. That PCIe dual purpose socket tester, though, Goz, going back to the question, is it a separate power source? Is it a separate power source, is it? Because Because I can see the DC barrel jack. And does it come with the power source? Okay, it doesn't look like it does, does it? Let me type it in and see if there's like one that comes with like a package. What about this one, Goz? What about that one? 72 sold, 26 quid. That one looks better, hey? Comes with the cable, USB cable. It's USB-C. Yeah? That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, USB-C one. Yeah, USB-C one would be better. I can use that on my desk. Well, I'll add that to the cart as well. So I've got the preheater. I've got the little mechanic heater. I've got that PCB board. Is there anything else? What about all of the, you know what we was talking about? What about thermal putties and stuff? I'm going to send you these, guys. Some thermal putties. Like, should I buy any of that stuff? Do you think? Is that good for anything? Or should I just stick to thermal pads? You know? I see that thermal putty on the Xboxes all the time. You know, like specifically the Xbox One X consoles. Should I buy any of that? Because that's cheap. Yeah, it's for the 6800, isn't it? Guys, have you got something as well for the RAM? I stick to thermal pads. Those patties are pretty annoying. You need a bunch of thicknesses though. Yeah, because they're different, aren't they? G lid. Make various width heat pads. Yeah, they come in various thicknesses, guys, right? I don't know. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate you. Forgot, are you here? Can I talk about that or not? Because my phone just vibrated. I went to see what it was. Mate, what? Forgot, thank you very much. It hasn't come up as an alert, and I feel like Forgot's done it so that he doesn't get shouted out, but he said, sure, I can talk about it. Just sent me £100 on PayPal. Mate, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. Thank you very, very much. I massively, massively, massively appreciate it. You didn't have to do it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's very kind of you. If you put the wrong size thermal pads, it can kill the GPU. Is that true, chat? Yeah, you didn't have to do that. Forgot. I'm just kind of making sure that I order all the right stuff. It's the only purpose I'm streaming right now. Is just to make sure that I'm getting the right things. I've just added the reballing. For the RAM, I use this one, all sizes, DDR5. So I've got a stencil for it. Does that fit on the MOE? Does that fit? Oh no, that's the one that I've got. Oh, I've got that one. I've got that one. I've got that one. And then you just use paste. Yeah, I think that's the one that I've got. No, it's not. This for the core removal. I don't like those things, man. I don't like them. I tried using one before. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. No. I'll just use my tweezers. Thank you, though. Thank you. Forgot, thank you. No words, mate. Crazy. Thank you so much. I imagine that the pads are too thick so something could bend. Holding arm for the hot air with a very large nozzle. Yeah, so that's something that I also need to look at, right? I think for the time being though, like worst case scenario, I think I could just use the hot air gun that I've got and rotate, right? Worst case. If I've got that board heater, I feel like the board heater will be more than suffice. Chill and relax. Welcome, buddy. How are you? Your Series X was sent off today, mate. So you should receive it in the next couple of days. Guys, I'm going to end it there. I've bought a few things, and I'll get in the stream before I buy anything else. I'll tell you what I bought. I have bought a preheater, which a lot of people have been going on at me for a long time to buy. I have bought a stencil for the reboot for the core, just in case for this specific card. I've purchased a mini preheater for the APU for reboot purposes, and I'm buying a AGP PCIe X16 dual purpose socket tester as well. So yeah, I bought a few things. Gozzy, the only other thing that I would like to potentially add, we're looking at £250, by the way. I'm seeing it as an investment. The only other thing that I would like to add is a better extender, Gozzy, for the PCIe, so I can measure stuff properly, you know. I don't know if you have one based on recommendation. I think somebody's mentioned you definitely need separate temp sensor meter for the top of the board. How do I go around doing that? The best flux reboot MG, no clean flux. If you need some cards for testing, I have some, and you can duplicate the RAM on them. Also have an RTX 2070 Super that I would like to fix. I've got a couple upstairs. Okay, right. I'll check out with that stuff then. I'll check out with that stuff for the time being. I think that's probably going to be best for now, guys. What do we think? We used Captain Tate to Scooter Pro to the PCB. Probably get one under a 10 or so. Yeah, that'll be fine. And I can Amazon that. I don't think I have to go AliExpress for something like that, right? Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. It's been interesting. Maybe the era of graphic cards starts very, very soon. We'll see. Cardboard, thank you very much for coming in last minute with the Prime subscription for 15 months in a row. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And I shall see you in the next one, which is going to be tomorrow, by the way. Probably. We'll see. Goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe. Tuesday, so should be a stream. But I'll let you know if not. Much love. Goodbye. Peace.